So it's quite interesting what happened today because we've gone up and down, straight to the ground, which basically means that we've reached a certain height and then fell all the way to dead zero. And the reason why I called it interesting instead of saying it's, what do you call, unfair or too bad or some bullshit, is we've achieved something that's good because we've always been in the bottom ground, okay? We've always been down, we've always searched for scrapes, we've never really made any money, $10,000 ain't shit. So yeah, so we've achieved something which we just kind of touched and then fell all the way back to the ground, which we will try to do it again. Now, you might ask, what is so interesting, Krishna? What did you achieve for you to sit there and post a video about this, thinking it would make you cool? I'll tell you what. It's not an achievement for me, but it might be for a lot of people. So in one of the products, in one of my companies, we've achieved close to $1,000 a day. Okay? Now, $1,000 a day is nothing. It doesn't mean that you're making $30,000 a month. No, it doesn't. But we've started this company about 3 months ago. Okay, 3 months ago. And there's nothing really special about this company. You know, there's nothing really innovative. We just made sure that we found a really good problem, we found a solution, and we charged a shit ton of money, and people started paying for it because it solved the problem so damn well. That's how we made money. So, and all of this started when we started marketing it the right way, you know, started experimenting this, throwing a bunch of money into some bullshit marketing, and then thought that was stupid, then got that money back, and then, you know, spent it on something that gave us some return, experimented with this thing which actually gave us some return, and then, you know, found a better way to, you know, put the money in, and then we started, you know, seeing results, seeing actual results for the money you're spending, right? So that's what we did. So that's Charan right there. I don't think you can see him. He's actually kind of crunched down. He's hiring a bunch of people for the company because we're getting too many fucking orders, and right then and there we had to go down. Now, what was so devastating, Krishna? What was so devastating for you making $1,000 a day? You've reached the target. So what happened? What could have gone bad? I'll tell you what could have gone bad. The only revenue source that we had was Instagram, right? And all the three accounts, the clipping account, the main account, the, you know, demo account, the backup account you could call, everything blew up. Everything got closed. I mean, permanently disabled, you can say. So all of them got permanently disabled, not suspended, understand this, permanently disabled. Now, I understood something, you know, how Instagram works. Instagram doesn't let you kind of put the same names, similar kind of names in all the accounts or something. That's what I understand, but I'm not no Instagram creep. I'm not some Instagram geek. So you guys might know what happened better. But either way, that's what happened. We've got no revenue, no orders since the past hour. And we can clearly identify the problem that all the accounts are now disabled, so there's no way of making money, right? You know, all the work that we've put for 3 months in all those accounts, boom, vaporized. Spent about $10,000 in the past 4 months on my personal account, and that got disabled permanently for God knows what reason. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows how we can retrieve it, and I just am left with a bunch of clips on my phone for me to dispose whenever I want. So that's where we're at right now, to be honest. But it felt good, man. Like, it genuinely feels good when you actually start making $1,000 a day, you know? Not once, not twice, but yeah, I think it works. You know, when you start to make $10,000 a month, it's good, you know? That's your first win. Making $1,000 a month is also, you know, your first win, but the first time I made $1,000, we made $5,000 in the same month, so it doesn't really count for me. But yeah, making $10,000 in the first month, you know, the first time, it was, you know, it was a good win. But yeah, making $10,000 a month is also, you know, your first win. Making $1,000 a month is also, you know, your first win. But yeah, making $10,000 in the first month, you know, the first time, we made $5,000 in the same month, so it doesn't really count for me. But yeah, making $10,000 in the first month, will actually be memorable for you, because you just spend every bit of it and understand that $10,000 ain't shit. That's when you get into the real world. And that's when I understood that, okay, if we don't at least make $1,000 a day, we are fucked, no matter what. We have to make $1,000 a day consistently for the next 30 days, and then we could probably survive. That's how I started making my, that's how I tuned my mind, so that anything that felt less than that is stupid. So either way, we had a bunch of marketing tactics, we experimented with a bunch of things, everything failed, now we don't have any accounts, and we've got some money left, we're hiring a couple people because there's too many orders, but there's not gonna be orders from tomorrow because there are no accounts, so we have to start a brand new account, just like this, for the products as well, and we have to grow it, right from fucking zero. But now we know which formats are working, so we're not gonna waste time on experimenting, we're gonna be doubling down on what actually works, and see what would happen in the next 2 weeks. Because time is money, man. I mean, if we don't make the $1,000 back, $1,000 a day back in the next week or so, then there's something wrong, because we know what's winning, we know what's working on Instagram for that particular product. And as for the personal brand, I'm just documenting things, because it sounds cool. This guy documented all his journey on Instagram, on X, on LinkedIn. Sounds way cooler than not doing anything with your life and just sitting and then hoping some guy gives you a job which you hate anyway. It's fucking retarded. But either way, this is my first video or second video. I don't know. We'll see what happens.